With the Sky Bet Championship playoffs right around the corner, I've decided I'm going to let FIFA 23 predict what the outcome are going to be. Now, if you've been living under a rock and you don't actually know what teams are in the Sky Bet Championship playoffs, we've got Sunderland versus Luton and we've got Coventry versus Middlesbrough. So what we're going to do is set up a two-leg tie for both sets of fixtures and let the legendary AI battle it out, and let's see who gets to the Wembley final and see who gets promoted to the Premier League. So the Stadium of Light is the venue for our first playoff fixture, Sunderland versus Luton. No doubt played in front of a sellout crowd. Sunderland started with Roberts, Diallo, Clark and Gelhardt, an absolutely frightening attacking quartet, whilst Luton opted for a more defensive five at the back formation with a front two of Morris and Adebayor. Looking to keep it tight, Luton Town got proceedings on the way, but it was Sunderland who had the game's first attack. Joe Gelhardt teeing up Patrick Roberts, but his shot is smartly saved by Horvath. Sunderland would threaten again with Dan Neil forcing a good start from Evan Horvath with a long distance shot, but it would be Luton Town who brought the deadlock with Elijah Adebayor firing home from 20 yards, leaving Patterson with no chance. The striker expertly picking out the bottom corner with a precise finish on the half-hour mark. Half-time arrived with Sunderland rocked from Luton's goal. Work to be done for Sunderland in the second half as they need to make home advantage count. They need to start getting players like Diallo, Clark and Roberts more involved in the game if they're going to have any chance of finding an equaliser in the second half. The second half started and Sunderland were lucky to still have 11 men on the pitch after an awful Hume tackle. The ref, though, evidently feeling lenient in today's game. Luton then threatened to put the game beyond reach when Mpanzu played in Adebayor, only to be denied by an outstanding save by Anthony Patterson. And then cometh the hour, cometh the man. In the 93rd minute of this playoff semi-final, Amad Diallo raced through and planted the ball in the top corner, sending the Stadium of Light absolutely wild, giving Sunderland a lifeline in this playoff tie to making it 1-1 going into the second leg. So it finishes 1-1 at the Stadium of Light, boys, and that is the first game over and done with it all to play for now at Kenilworth Road. So let's see what happened in the second leg. So Kenilworth Road is the venue for the second leg, boys. Both sides went into this game completely unchanged. However, a slight glitch in the system didn't actually register Sunderland's goal in the last game. Surprise, surprise, another FIFA 23 bug. 23 minutes in and Amad Diallo receives the ball on the halfway line. He drives into the Luton area and fires past Evan Horvath, putting Sunderland 2-1 up on aggregate. The Manchester United loanee showing why he's been Sunderland's talisman this season, and he is single-handedly firing Sunderland to Wembley as it stands. Now the ball is in Luton's court. They need to come and attack Sunderland in the second half, use the home advantage. This is arguably one of the biggest halves in Luton Town's history, and Luton threw everything at Sunderland in this second half. Morris to Adebayor, who tees up Campbell, who fires inches wide of the post, so agonisingly close to an equaliser. And Mpanzu drove down the wing, playing in Carlton Morris, who cut the ball back to Campbell 5 yards out from goal, only to be denied by an unreal save by Anthony Patterson. The onslaught continued from Luton as Mpanzu laid off Clark, who fired over from 12 yards out. The ball just did not want to go in the net for Luton. So there would be one last chance of the game, boys, as Luton come forward. Adebayor tries a shot, it's blocked. Charge down. That is game over. Sunderland are going to Wembley to play either one of Coventry or Middlesbrough. So boys, two absolutely nail-biting games between Sunderland and Luton, which saw Sunderland the victors. They have booked themselves a place at Wembley, but who's going to be joining them? Will it be Coventry City or will it be Middlesbrough? Let's go now to the first game at the Ricoh Arena and see how the teams got on. So the Ricoh Arena is the venue for our first game of the second playoff semi-final. Coventry lined up with a back five with Hamer just behind Godden and Victor Gyökeres. Middlesbrough slightly more attacking with Archie, Akpom, Ramsey and Fours all starting. Middlesbrough got the game on the way as they look to make it a north-east derby at Wembley. That would be a very tasty fixture. It would be Coventry though who threatened first with Godden rattling the bar from 20 yards out from Eccles' layoff. Coventry also got themselves into some great positions but found Middlesbrough backline very, very stubborn. The half-time arrived 0-0 the score. Coventry by far the better side but Borough holding on so far. Coventry started very fast in the second half with Bidwell laying off Eccles, who was superbly kept out by Zach Steffen. And from the resulting corner, Steffen again made an incredible save to keep out Victor Gyökeres. And following a scramble in the Borough area, Steffen again denied Coventry, this time saving a McFadzean shot. A rare Borough attack though did see Akpom's shot blocked before Howson fired a long-range missile parried out by Wilson. There'll be one last chance of this game, boys. Gyökeres picks out Eccles, who plays a gorgeous 1-2 with Godden before seeing Steffen again pull out an incredible save. Zach Steffen literally dropping a 10 out of 10 in this game and keeping Middlesbrough in this playoff tie. The game finishes 0-0, boys, with a huge tie at the Riverside to determine who joins Sunderland on Wembley way. So the first leg at the Ricoh Arena was by no means a classic, but Coventry kept out by the brilliant Zach Steffen. He dropped an absolute 10 out of 10 performance. All to play for though at the Riverside. And before we get into the game at the Riverside, if you enjoy this type of content, please make sure you leave a like and subscribe subscribe to the channel, as it really helps me out. Anyway, let's progress on to the other side and see who joins Sunderland at Wembley. So here we go, lads. Who will be joining Sunderland at Wembley? Both sides, again, are unchanged headed into this crunch semi-final. Borough got us on the way, but to be honest, lads, this first half was very, very even. No side actually created any shooting opportunities, and this is mainly due to both defences just being so stubborn and cutting out passes at the right times, making tackles at the right times. The half-time whistle blew, no shots from either side. At this point, I'm praying for a little bit of action in the second half. And then finally, on 62 minutes, Victor Gyökeres lays off Eccles, who finds Godden to plant the ball past Zach Steffen, giving Coventry City a deserved lead here at the Riverside. Coventry City now just 30 minutes from a playoff final with Sunderland. Borough really struggled to break down a stubborn sky blue defence, but then in the 92nd minute, Hackney tees up Akpom, who is brilliantly denied by Wilson in the City goal to surely now send Coventry City to Wembley, an absolutely match-winning save. There's the full-time whistle, boys. It's Sunderland versus Coventry at Wembley for a place in the Premier League. Matt Godden, the match winner at the Riverside. So it's going to be Sunderland versus Coventry City at Wembley for a place in the Premier League. It does not get much bigger than that. Let's get straight into the game now and see who got promoted to the Premier League. So who's been to Wembley before? Let me know down below in the comments. I was there last month for Bolton vs Plymouth. If you don't already know, I'm a Bolton fan, so I had a very, very enjoyable day there. Anyway, enough of that. Let's get into this playoff final. Sunderland versus Coventry. Both sides unchanged from their semi-final fixtures. And I'm just praying, please be some more goals in this game. The first chance of the game fell to Joe Gelhardt, who saw a 20-yard strike blocked on the edge of the area. Amad Diallo would then play Gelhardt in 1v1, but he drags his shot inches wide of the post. Sunderland starting the better of the two sides. Some lovely play around the Coventry penalty area saw Michut slipping Amad Diallo, who wasted a glorious chance hitting the ball straight at Wilson in the City goal. Sunderland ended the first half strong with Neil picking out Joe Gelhardt, who slipped in Jack Clark, but his shot has about as much power in it as a 1-litre Polo, and Wilson has no issues saving it. And that would be half-time. Sunderland thoroughly dominating this game, but no breakthrough as of yet. Coventry came out, though, to be fair to them, a different side in the second half, and after some superb build-up play, playoff hero Godden is slipped in one-on-one, but is brilliantly denied by the excellent Anthony Patterson. From the resulting corner, a short kick ends up falling to the feet of McFadzean, who somehow misses from 6 yards out. An absolutely massive moment in this final. Sunderland then have a huge shout for a penalty turn down as McFadzean brings down Gelhardt in the area, but the referee opposite a fair challenge, and that would be that for the first 90 minutes. Now, the game ultimately went to extra time, but lads, absolutely fuck all happened in that extra time period, so let's just skip straight to the penalty shootout. So here we go, lads. Penalties to decide who gets to the Premier League. Up first, it's playoff hero Godden, and he slots it into the bottom corner beautifully. Up next, Joe Gelhardt for Sunderland. Where's he going to go? He puts it in the middle of the net. Nice finish from Joe Gelhardt. 1-1 into the second round of penalties. Gyökeres for... and it's into the bottom corner. What a finish. Diallo, the main man. Where's he going to put it? Oh, right into the top corner. What a finish from Amad Diallo. 2-2 going into the third round of penalties. Up steps Hamer. Beautiful penalty right into the corner. 3-2 Coventry. Patrick Roberts next for Sunderland. And it's a beautiful penalty right to the keeper's right. Unsavable. Ben Sheaf next for Coventry. Nothing saved yet. Massive save by Patterson. Advantage to Sunderland. Clark next, and he chinks it down the middle. The cheeky bastard. And Eccles has to score. He has to score. Otherwise, Coventry are out and Sunderland are in the Premier League. Up steps Eccles. And it's saved by Anthony Patterson. Sunderland are going to the Premier League. So Anthony Patterson is the hero for Sunderland. He made massive saves in the semi-finals. He made a massive save in the final. Then he denies Ben Sheaf and Eccles from the penalty spot. A beautiful performance by him, and Sunderland are promoted to the Premier League. FIFA 23's Sky Bet Championship playoff prediction is Sunderland to go up, beating Coventry on penalties at Wembley Stadium. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you like this kind of content, let me know in the comments down below, and I will try to incorporate some more FIFA simulations onto the channel. I've also got a Rochdale AFC rebuild coming soon. That was 20 hours worth of footage condensed into one 50-minute video. You'll love that one. And I've also got a new episode of Borussia Dortmund player career mode coming out over the weekend. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Good luck to all the fans of the clubs who are involved in the Sky Bet Championship playoffs. If you want to see me predict the League 1 and League 2 playoffs, I absolutely will, no problem. Make sure you're hitting the like and subscribe button, as it really helps me out, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.